Sometimes I feel like this YouTube channel is a bit of a business diary for me. When I started my photography business, I longed to find someone who would tell me how it really works. What does a day, a week, a year look like? The secret pitfalls, the down days, the rewards I needed reminding of. And of course, practical tips for photographing pets, people, and products. And tips for marketing, branding, websites, social media, pricing, etc., etc. And what did I not know that I didn't know?
How many people are aware of the role that you are in professionally?
The last one I felt the most. You don't know what you don't know. There is a nagging feeling that there must be some secret. Just one thing I'm missing. I felt like I was just around the corner of arriving. Like when you're on a road trip with kids and they want to know, when will we get there? And it's always just around the next corner. And the corners, you are sure, are endless. And for me, the corners are the frustrations and the beauty of self-employment. I desperately want to know what's around that corner. Oh, I used to hate the journey. Get me to the darn destination already. I program myself to believe that where I am right now is awful, that right now is not ideal, that only riches are later, around the corner. And I will be that someday. The saddest part is that I didn't give myself grace to be okay with mistakes, down days, and downright failures. I also didn't give myself time to celebrate small wins. I knew I would feel accomplished once I saw that elusive prize from around the corner. The worst days were the first couple of years of business. So many times I angrily thought, if only people would share the reality that this sucks. Everything is super hard. There's no directions and so many potholes. I lamented that only people who were well into their journey actually shared anything. And usually it was a really quick retrospective, the bland, back then it was hard, and fast forward to now, and it's all roses. Like the video trend, let's skip to the good part. And we all know that's impossible. So why don't people share about or during those tough times? Well, speaking for me, it's difficult as a business to portray ourselves as anything but put together. What if a client sees us talking to other pet photographers and admitting our mistakes and shortcomings? Also, what if we just sound whiny? And what if we give bad advice in the midst of learning the lesson ourselves? Of course, it's also because we are doing everything we can to just keep gas in the car to get down the road closer to that corner, and there are just no reserves. After many years of travel and still feeling like I have just one big corner to round, I have made a realization. We are driving and arriving all at the same time. Alexa, turn on Office. Good and bad can all happen in the same day or the same hour. We might make a big sale at 10 a.m., but receive a big bill at 2 p.m. We might create the most dreamy, amazing portrait of a dog we have ever made on Tuesday. And Thursday, have the most uncooperative kitten, and you're convinced you got 0 images of him. The reel you made on Instagram this week seemed to never see the light of day, and a similar post the next week garnered multiple views and comments. Infinite ups and downs. And we would really just like to arrive and forget all those messy failures. And yet we seem to dwell on the failures. In other words, we're too darn hard on ourselves. Here's what I've learned. Celebrate everything. That Instagram post didn't work? Give yourself a pat on the back that you made a darn Instagram reel at all. That client didn't spend your goal average? A freaking high five for having a client. That kitten session, I bet you did get amazing images that the client will love. When I drive completely around that corner, I'm amazed and immediately struck with the realization that there is more path, more corners, more wonder, and more challenges. Are you feeling alone and lost? I want you to know you have me. I try to keep it real and honest. And of course, you have this supportive community of fellow pet photographers. Come cry on our shoulders when you're frustrated, and come give yourself a gold star for goals met and corners rounded. Join us here in the comments or in our Facebook group or over on propetphotog.com. I'm excited and honored to be part of this journey with you. The dead ends, the mountain peaks, the carpools, and the solo retreats. I have many years ahead of me and know there are many, many corners yet to round. And I wouldn't have it any other way.